So Kez works for an organisation called Hand to Mouth. Would you like to share a little bit about what Hand to Mouth is and how long have we been going?
Hand to Mouth started just over 25 years ago. The 25th birthday is when we became a charity. But a couple of ladies from St Thomas Church felt called to do puppets in schools, and they started off doing it at St Thomas in Bradley. And when they went to do a puppet show in the assembly, Ofsted turned up. And then the Ofsted inspectors, or the silence inspectors, the inspectors said, "How many schools do you do this in?" They went, "This is our first time." They're like, "You need to be in schools." Within no time at all, they were in 30. And now we are in somewhere like 70 different schools all over Curlis, Calderdale, Wakefield, Oldham, and anywhere that takes us about an hour to drive to. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
So how long have you been working for Hand to Mouth?
Around 6 or 7 years.
6 or 7 years. And can you give us one story? I know this is probably really hard. One story of something that's happened in a session which has just blown you away.
Okay, so I was supporting a new member of staff, Andrew, to come and join us, and he was doing his first amazing journey round. And this boy came into the journey space, and he was drawn to the bubble lamp. The journey was called My Own. It was all thinking about yourself, how you fit in. He was drawn to the bubble lamp. He stood there for ages, and then he came over to a table and read the words, "You are special," and said, "That's lying." Internally, I went, right, I've got to sort this out. This boy is not going to go out of this room not thinking he's special. So I took him round the journey. I explained to him how his brain was created in a special way. That meant that brains like that means we have computers, we have art, we have creativity, we have all these things. He was autistic. And my boy's autistic, he's the same, and I shared this with him, and he was able to share some really deep stuff with me, which I could talk to his one-to-one about. He said, "I think my one-to-one is God, because she's amazing." I was like, well, maybe she created, well, she didn't, but, but just that interaction. And this isn't just a one-off story. This is happening with children. Every time they go through our prayer stations, through these amazing journeys, they have a chance to meet with God in a really real way and know that they're special, know that they're loved.
Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. And I know a number of... it turns out I know quite a lot of people that work for Hand to Mouth. I discovered it at Kez's birthday party. I know, Alison, did you say you worked for them?
I worked with them when we used to go to schools and visit
yeah.
and stuff.
Well, so we worked with them for a while as well. And so we just want to, this morning, just recognise that, we all serve God in different ways, don't we? And this is one of the ways that the church in Huddersfield is serving God and reaching people in schools. So Kez is going to do our talk this morning. Do you want children down the front?
Yeah, definitely.
So kids, if you want to come down the front, if you're shy, bring an adult. And we're going to show, Phoebe's waving at me because she wants to show the video. So we're going to show this video and then hand over to Kez.
Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. The fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. You want to be a banana? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love and joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. You want to be a watermelon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control.
So, we've been thinking in our All-In Worship about fruit of the Spirit, and I have the privilege to talk about faithfulness. And I've got someone who's been really faithful to Hand to Mouth over the years. He's called Nigel. Do you want to say hello to everyone, Nigel? Hello, everyone. Hi. And Nigel, he comes around schools with us, and we tell the creation story together, don't we? Oh, yeah, that's my favourite. And we do all sorts of things together. But Before I start my talk, we're just going to have the dictionary definition of faithfulness that I found. Hopefully on the screen. No, we're not on screen. Okay, I've got it. We're good. I have it here. Right, okay, so it's able to be trusted or relied on. Staying close to fact, truthful, or accurate. So, Nigel, you can be trusted on, can't you? Oh, yeah, I know all my lines. Good, good. And you're faithful to us, aren't you? Oh, yeah, I'm always there. Yeah, and God is even more faithful. But Keziah, can I just interrupt you a sec? What is it, Nigel? Can I ask you a question? What is it? Do you like telly? Do I like telly? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do. But what's that got to do with faithfulness? Just bear with me. All right. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. You like? Yeah, I do like telly. I like detective shows and quiz shows and things like that. Oh, I like Strictly Come Dancing. I'd love to be on that one dancing with all those dancers. Oh, and I like Saturday Night Takeaway when it's on. You like Ant and Dec then? Yeah. They're really funny sometimes, aren't they? Oh, yeah, I love them. And you know, I'd really like to be on that show. You know, the one where they go on the jungle? Oh, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I reckon I'd be brave enough to, walk with crocodiles and do tight ropes and all sorts. I'm really brave. And all them creepy crawlies, I love them. Oh, I'm not so keen on creepy crawlies. Well, my friend Bella isn't either. I've got a pet spider and a matchbox in my pocket. Well, don't show it to me. Let's look at that. Maybe when we're having our picnic later, we can release it in the park. Oh, good idea. Okay. Now, it's funny you should say that, Nigel, because actually, I've got a bit of a challenge for you. What is it? Are you going to make me, swim with crocodiles? Not quite, but you know where they eat all sorts of interesting things? Or like creepy crawlies and stuff. Yeah, well, I'm going to ask you to eat something. Okay, let me go and get my soap dish. Okay, here we are. All right. Here is my soap dish. Okay. I've got something in my soap dish here. Okay. Now, do you trust me? Not sure. Can you eat this? No, I'm not eating soap. My mum said I had to eat soap because I said a bad word and Oh, well, okay. Well, if you won't do it, I'm going to have to get someone else, aren't I? Now, Dan, do you trust me? Okay, now, I can absolutely promise and guarantee that no harm is going to come to you if you take this soap and take a big chunk out of it and eat it. Can you do it? Oh, no, Dad, don't do it! It's disgusting, don't!
Shall I do it? Do we trust her?
Oh, no! Oh, what? Oh, he's taking a massive chunk. Wow. Now then, don't be fooled by appearances is all I can say. All right. Now, Nigel, you should have trusted me because actually, what's in that soap dish is really sweet and delicious. It's not soap. But you didn't trust me, did you? Oh, no. But you know what? I'm not nearly as faithful as someone we know. Do you mean God? Yes, I do mean God. And you know, hands up if you've heard the story of Noah and his big boat, the ark. Okay, now, at the end of the story, I'm not going to go into the story now, but at the end of the story, God paints this in the sky. What's it called? A rainbow. And does anyone know what that means? What that rainbow is a sign of? What is it for? It is a rainbow. Does anyone know what it is for? God. Yes, Julie.
God promises never to flood the earth again.
God promises never to flood the world again. So he washes it all clean. And then he promises never to do that. And so far, thousands and thousands of years later, he's not done. So he is faithful to his promise. There have been little patches of flood, but he's never completely covered the earth in water. So the rainbow is a sign. So when we say a rainbow, we can know God is faithful. Everyone repeat that with me. God is faithful. Amazing. Now, I was thinking it would be really good to see what the Bible says about faithfulness. Oh, yeah, I love the Bible. Okay, so, Phoebes, have we got our first passage? In Lamentations 3:23, it says, "Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning." That thing about springtime and harvest and winter and all the seasons and the stars and what Dan shared with the sun coming up and going down, it's faithful. God is faithful. And every morning, we can come to the banqueting table and we can feast from God's goodness. Next one, please. Your faithfulness extends to every generation, as enduring as the earth you created. Because we are all in, aren't we? We're all in. So that means everybody, everyone from our teeny tinies, who are babies cuddling, to our old and ancients. Everybody in between. Sorry if you are old and ancient. No offence. Oh, you put your foot in it there, didn't you, Keziah? Yeah, I did. I really did. Okay, every single generation, no one is miscounted. So, in Proverbs 20:28, it says, "Unfailing love and faithfulness protect the king. His throne is made secure through love." It's all for the king. But it's love that does it. The greatest of these things, faith, hope, and love. Faith, hope, love. Love is the greatest of all these. I didn't put that one in there, but, extra Bible's good, isn't it? Then we have John 1:17. "For the law was given through Moses, but God's unfailing love and faithfulness came through Jesus Christ." So Moses brought the law, but there's something bigger than the law and better than law, and that's love. And that's love. Okay. Isaiah 38:19, "Only the living can praise you as I do today. Each generation tells of your faithfulness to the next." Talking about being intergenerational again. We need to tell people about God's faithfulness. We need to tell our children about God's faithfulness. So then, when they're old and ancient, they can tell the people who are younger than them. And so on to the end of time. Okay. 2 Thessalonians 1:4. "We proudly tell God's other churches about your endurance and faithfulness in all the persecutions and hardships you are suffering." Our church has people in it who are going through an unbelievably tough time right now. And we can be a light and an example of God's faithfulness, whatever the outcome of those situations. We can know firsthand, absolutely, with certainty that God is faithful through it. And we can be and we can share with other churches. And in sharing with other churches their struggles, their strengths, we become stronger, don't we? Okay. Was that the last one? Oh, I've lost count. Yeah. So just that we actually do in schools, that little bit, don't we, with the soap? Yeah, we do. And you always have me fooled. I never want to eat it. It looks so like soap. It does. Okay. And yeah, so 25 years of being faithful to God's work, and hopefully We are praying for 25 more years and then 25 more and 20, however long it goes on for. But if it doesn't happen, God is still faithful and God is still